We all want that new car smell to last forever, so it helps to understand why new cars smell so good and why it's tough to mimic the scent. The new car smell actually comes from a combination of materials used inside a vehicle's cabin. The chemicals included in the various pieces and parts, such as plastics and vinyls, emit volatile organic compounds, which creates the scent so many of us adore. This also makes it difficult to capture for a proper air freshener, but we'll get into that below. Numerous air fresheners won't actually eliminate an odor, but instead, you may notice the scent sits atop a pre-existing smell. Again, this boils down to personal preference, but there tends to be performance gaps between sprays and fresheners that remain in your car at all times. Number 3. Febreze Air. Febreze may not be the first thing that comes to mind for your car, but it works well in this situation. What situation? Pet odor situations. You may already have a can of Febreze sitting at home, but the Febreze Air with its linen and sky scent comes off as pretty inoffensive for anyone climbing in the car. The brand does produce a deodorizer specifically for unwanted pet smells, but honestly, it comes off as very harsh. In a closed space like a car, we prefer the airy scent from the aptly titled Air version. One important note. Don't leave a can of Febreze inside the car. The contents are under pressure, and high temperatures inside the vehicle can lead to unwanted mishaps. Instead, spray some inside after taking the goodest boy or bestest girl for a ride. Number 2. Yankee Candle Car Jar. Ridding a car of cigarette smoke is tough, and it'll likely require more than a simple air freshener. But in our experience, Yankee Candle Car Jars can do a good job at keeping a car smelling fresh. Specifically, the beach-esque and cotton fragrances do a darn good job. Of course, this all depends on how frequently someone smokes in a car. The plastic jars, Car Jar Ultimates, do a better job than the standard cardboard ones, and a single jar smells pretty potent for at least a few weeks. Beyond that, the scent still lingers in a positive fashion. Number 1. Little Trees. You don't always have to get fancy to produce a stellar result. If you're an Uber or Lyft driver, you likely don't want to spend a fortune to keep the car smelling fresh. That's why Little Trees are our top pick for rideshare vehicles. These little bundles of fragrance last a decent amount of time, and they won't break the bank. The scents? There are 40 different ones, but Black Ice Seams tends to be a people pleaser. It's modern and doesn't give off too much of a perfume-like smell, so it should be a good neutral scent for anyone hopping in the car.